Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for visiting Rabbani Research. We will talk on big data new opportunity today, and let's see what we can learn from this. This presentation is based on the article Big Data is Driving New Opportunity by Peter Weil and Stephanie Werner from MIT Sloan Management Review, and these two are their pictures. Is your company ready for a digital future? There are 4 different pathways that businesses can take to become top performers in the digital economy. Leadership's role is to determine which pathway to pursue and how aggressively to move. This is a very important slide. You can see that this is customer experience, transformed, traditional, and this is operational efficiency, transformed, traditional, and there are 4 types of companies or 4 types of enterprise that we will be talking about, 4 pathways, and we will learn from this. Digital business transformation journey. In preparing for the future, many large established enterprises are embarking on a digital business transformation journey, often without any sense of where they are going. However, the goal isn't digital transformation but rather business transformation, using digital capabilities to transform a traditional enterprise into a top performer in the digital economy. Future-ready enterprises are able to innovate, to engage and satisfy customers while at the same time reducing cost. Their goal is to meet customers' needs rather than push products, and customers can expect to have a good experience no matter which service delivery channel they choose. On the operation side, the company's capabilities are modular and agile. Data is a strategic asset that is shared and accessible to all those in the company who need it. The enterprise is ready to compete in the digital economy and able to work with a wide variety of partners. Silos and complexity. Of the companies we surveyed, 51% had their products and services supported by a complex set of business processes, systems, and data. The result is a fragmented, labor-intensive, and frustrating customer experience, often made worse by product silos within the company. Frequently, the ability of such organizations to provide an engaging customer experience depends heavily on heroics by employees. Digital industrialization. Industrialized companies characterized by digital industrialization apply the best practices of automation to their operations. They use the features that make them strong as an enterprise and turn them into modular and standardized digital services. For example, companies in this group picked the best way of handling each key task and deployed in across the enterprise. They configured their services into plug-and-play modules to meet particular customer requirements quickly and inexpensively. The consolidated data created from the customer interactions and operations can become a competitive asset that anyone involved in the enterprise can access. Over time, many of these processes and decisions can be automated. Integrated experience. Enterprises offering that we can call an integrated experience provide a better than industry average customer experience despite having complex operations. Some of the companies emulated the industry leading model epitomized by United Service Automobile Association, the San Antonio, Texas based financial services group. USAA is organized around addressing a customer's life events, for example, buying a house, having a baby, or preparing for retirement, rather than on pushing products. We have seen companies that want to offer an integrated experience, develop attractive websites and mobile applications, and hire more relationship managers to improve the customer experience. How companies compare on digital business transformation in 2015 and 2017. We surveyed several hundred enterprises, examining both the capabilities needed for transformation and the impacts on performance. Based on our analysis, companies in the future ready quadrant performed much better than their industry peers. Becoming future ready requires changing the enterprise on two dimensions: customer experience and operational efficiency. We found that enterprises can take one of four different paths to go. Pathway 1: Standardize first. Pathway 1 moves enterprises from the silos and complexity quadrant to the industrialized quadrant. This pathway relies on building a platform mindset enabled business services that can be accessed across the enterprise and also externally. It enables an organization to eliminate many of its legacy processes and systems. But as anyone who has been through an enterprise resource planning, customer relationship management or core banking project will attest, replacing core processes in enterprise is an expensive multi-layer undertaking. Pathway 2: Improve customer experience first. Pathway 2 involves moving from silos and complexity to the integrated experience quadrant. Companies choose this strategy when their most pressing strategic goal is to improve the customer experience across the whole enterprise, tackling the problem across multiple organization silos. Typically, they attempt to do several things at once: develop new attractive offers, build mobile applications and websites, improve call centers, and empower relationship managers, all with the goal of measurably increasing customer satisfaction. Pathway 3: Take stair steps. Enterprises on Pathway 3 move towards becoming future ready by alternating their focus from improving customer experience to improving operations and then back again, shifting the focus back and forth as needed. For example, the first move might be a project to implement an omni-channel experience. After that, companies might improve operations, perhaps by replacing a few legacy processes or creating an API layer. Then they might attempt to put together a more attractive set of customer offerings by making a smarter use of internal data. With this approach, the difference between success and failure is having a roadmap that informs everyone's effort versus taking a haphazard approach. Pathway 4: Create a new organization. Rather than fight an uphill battle to transform their existing organization, leaders who choose to pursue Pathway 4 start new enterprises that begin life as future ready. In the automobile industry, for example, German car maker Audi AG recently created a wholly owned subsidiary to develop experimental mobility services apart from car ownership. Module reuse kept operational costs low, allowing the businesses to offer higher savings rate and lower cost loans. In our research, we have seen that the big challenge for enterprises taking Pathway 4 is figuring out how to bring the parent company and the transformed enterprise together. Everything about them, their business models, their cultures, even the customers they cater to tends to be different. Choosing a pathway leadership role. Choosing a pathway leadership role is to determine which pathway the enterprise should take and how aggressively to move. Start by determining where the company is today based on metrics such as net promoter score and net margin compared to the rest of the industry. Another important step is selecting the right executive to lead the transformation. The right choice will depend on the company's circumstances, the industry environment, and the direction management wants to go. Pathway 1 makes sense. Pathway 1 makes sense if the customer experience the company provides is around industry average and the threat of digital disruption is not high. CIOs are a good choice to lead Pathway 1. Pathway 2 makes sense. Pathway 2 makes sense if the customer experience and company provides is significantly worse than average and you can't wait to improve, or if there are worrisome new competitors. An executive passionate about customer experience who is technologically literate is a good choice to lead Pathway 2. Pathway 3 makes sense. Pathway 3 makes sense if the customer experience the company provides is a problem. But you can identify a few limited initiatives that will make a big difference. Start with those and then focus on operations and repeat in small steps. A chief digital officer is a good choice to lead Pathway 3. Pathway 4. Building a new enterprise makes sense. Pathway 4. Building a new enterprise makes sense when you can't see a way to change the culture or the customer experience and operations fast enough to survive. The CEO or the COO are good choices to lead Pathway 4. Once the company, that is the board, the CEO and the senior management team settles on a pathway, the difficult work begins. The digital era is a great opportunity for leaders to reinvent the enterprise. The most successful enterprises will need to become future ready and ambidextrous, constantly innovating to improve customer experience while also working to reduce cost. Now let's visit this once again, as we have talked that customer experience need to be transformed and operational efficiency also needs to be transformed, and if so, then 23% of the organization were doing this as an future ready enterprise. This is integrated experience and this is industrialized experience, and this is the future ready experience, which is the ultimate goal, which should be the ultimate goal of an enterprise. Conclusion. We conclude on a cautionary but realistic note. We recently ran a workshop on digital business transformation with the CEO and the executive team of an international financial service firm. We asked attendees to plot their company's journey over the previous 3 years using a pathway framework. After the other executives had presented, we invited the CEO to share his version. He drew a series of movements beginning in the silos and complexity quadrant, moving up, then to the right, then down the back, charting a convoluted path that continued for several more squiggles. When the CEO finished, he stepped back and said, "You know, it's not as if we plan to do it that way, but using the objective metrics against our industry, this is the path we followed." He concluded by expressing his view that leaders need to pick a pathway and then stick to it. Ultimately, we think this is a good advice. After all, transformation is difficult. All the company's stakeholders, including the board, employees, partners, and customers, need to know where the enterprise is going and how it plans to get there. Wish you best of luck. We are business consultants based in Pakistan. If you need to accelerate your organizational performance and transform your company to meet the upcoming business challenges for a better tomorrow, please contact us for a turnaround. You can find us at rabbaniresearch.net. Trust Rabbani for quality competence. Thank you so much.